Hi, welcome back to me and Mon Ami and to day 2 of our great Mediterranean challenge in which we're attempting to drive our Citroen all the way from Nice to Barcelona in Spain and then back via the ferry to Genoa in Italy. And well, let's see what happens. Elton, all right.
Car's still there.
Oh yeah. Time to take Twigs for a quick wee before brekkie. Have to check out the course, Twigs. See how it's playing. See if they've mowed the greens. Oh, it's quite cold out here. Special flag there for Twigs.
A hole in one.
I'm starving. God, it's cold. Bread selection. Croissants look a little bit little, if we're honest. What have you got, Mr. Boo?
I've got some scrambled eggs and bacon with some Nordic bread and some Nordic bread and some
Made by Viking.
and some spotif bread.
Spotty.
Spotif
Oh, spotty.
with little fruit and nut in it.
Oh, I want a fruit and nut cake. What are they, Mr. Boo?
They're little jam portions, and you can put them in these little cups.
Can you eat the cup? It's like a wafer. No, you're eating cardboard there.
No, it is like wafer, like ice cream wafer.
Is it? Like Mr. Softy used to give you. Did you have a Mr. Softy come round?
I did.
Or a Mr. Whippy?
I did.
So what's the issue with our next stop and hotel and which one we choose?
So there's a couple of nice little places, but one of them is really good value, but they don't have a charger. But there's a charger down the road,
Oh,
but only with 2 sockets.
and what's the company?
It's on the Evisia, I think.
Well, the decision looms. Charger or hotel, which matters most? So, you've just phoned up La Voile, the hotel we were gonna stay in
Le Lavandou.
Le Lavandou, because I said, even though they've got electric charging, just ring up and ask how much, because we've been places where they try and charge you 30 quid. It costs less than €2 to charge a Citroen. It's obscene. What did they say?
He said, it'll be €30.
And you said,
Thanks, bye.
but didn't you try and talk him down?
Of course, I told him it only costs €2 to charge, and he was just like, oh no, we have a set fee,
Yeah.
which is just a bit unfair, really.
They've just
and
lost a
unthought
booking.
through. Yeah.
They've just lost a booking in January and they'll be empty.
Yep.
For something that would have cost £1.80. Inflexibility.
Stay at a cheaper hotel down the road, which has secure parking, but doesn't have charging, so we would be using one of the chargers, using one of our passes.
And then bringing the car back overnight.
Exactly. Or I've just messaged someone on Airbnb in Bormes Mimosa, which is just next door, and they have parking and charging. I asked if you have to pay extra for charging. He said no. He got back to me within 15 minutes, so we might go with that one.
Oh, let's see.
So we have a teensy-tiny problem in that the adapter for our charger is blocked once again in the charging unit. She's like, oh, this has never happened before. I said, well, it has happened, so what can we do? So she is now having to call the company that runs the thing to try and deblock it, because it's not run by the hotel, it's run by a company called Rossini Energy. So she's calling them. She came out to give it a tug, but it didn't work. So we're going to see what happens next.
What's the latest?
She's waiting for a response from the company and or the hotel manager who might know where the fuse is, because it's not part of the hotel fuse system.
We're now almost an hour and we're still no nearer getting the cable out again.
Ou le directeur de l'hôtel qui doit le faire.
What's the latest?
The cleaners have just gone up to the room to find a chihuahua. So I've just spoken to the technician who is trying to do it from a distance, but he has said, what I have said, that the power needs to be turned off. But the only person that can turn off the power is the director of the hotel, who is not here and won't give permission to anyone else to turn off the power.
Hi Boo, what's the latest?
It's still not working. I just lost my rag with her and with the guy on the phone.
What are they saying? I mean, it needs the hotel man to turn the thing off and it needs to get here fast. It's simple as that.
This is what I've explained. Someone is supposed to be coming in 5 minutes.
From the hotel or Rossini, the charger people?
She wasn't. She didn't make that clear. I think it's the manager that's coming.
Okay, that's the best thing. I don't bother about the charger people because I don't think they can do anything. It just needs turning off, doesn't it? Again.
It's exactly what the guy at Rossini said. He said he couldn't believe that, like, they wouldn't turn it off. And he said, well, just get them to send you the cable. I said, we can't continue our journey without this thing. I said, if that's the case, I have to go and spend €200 on a new cable today. And that's twice the price of the hotel room.
Exactly, and also you've just booked into another hotel. Even if we were going to stay here next tonight, we'd lose the next night's hotel. It's ridiculous. So that's the man who's going to unblock it. It's the technician. So he's gone to the fuse box, which is just the same as happened in Imperia. So all this stuff about ringing the helpline of the company with the charger, don't waste your time. Just find the fella with the fuse box and get him to turn it off. Cut out the middleman. It's cheaper, so not any less delaying. God, unbelievable. I mean, if this had been a Sunday and the technician was off, say, I can't even begin to think what would happen. Of course, this poor man with his Tesla's probably going to be disconnected again, like we disconnected the Porsche guy in Imperia. C'est bon.
Peut-être. Merci beaucoup.
Merci. Our room card will have become blocked because we've stayed beyond our checkout time. What a farce, and all it needs is the flick of a switch on and off. And as I guessed, we can't now get back into the room. It won't work.
I have a new one cut.
Oh, that's exactly a good reason. Exactly, because I've had this so many times if you're beyond your checkout. Oh, the modern world. Keyless doors, charging electrically. It's all wonderful, isn't it? Yeah. And luckily, Twiggy just stays here and doesn't stress. So, after day two's charging farce, ironically, that was just after we'd been ringing the praises of how effortless the charging had been at this hotel, and it was free and all the rest of it. But as I said earlier, if you get in the same situation, don't bother with the helplines, because in 9 times out of 10 they can't do anything. Just get somebody to come and turn the power on and off. It's the oldest fix in the book. It works for everything. I think we ought to have a switch like that. Turn yourself on and off. Reboot. Anyway, we're leaving about 2 hours late. Where are we going, Mr. Boo?
We are going on the Route de Mimosas.
So this is the famous route of mimosas.
Yes.
And are they out, or are we a bit early?
We are a bit early, but they are already out. I did a little investigation on the Instagram, so hopefully we'll see some along the way.
Oh, good.
And we are heading through Fréjus and down to Saint-Maxime.
And a bit of lunch. We're going to head to...
down possibly Cavalaire, and then on to Le Lavandou and up to Bormes Mimosa.
And Bormes Mimosa, where we're staying in an adults-only hotel.
It's an adults-only hotel.
He booked this.
just here is the beach Esclamond.
What's that?
It's a naturist beach.
Another one?
I don't know how I find them or how the algorithms find them for me.
Yeah. Do you think there'll be anybody that kit off today?
I don't know.
I don't think you'll be able to see evidence because it's so cold.
Yeah, I think it's too cold for that kind of thing. Although it has great reviews on Google. The public beach was crowded. We decided to head down near the naked beach. My wife and I had a bit of anxiety, but we had a great time and met lots of younger people there.
Oh. Dirty buggers. Where is it exactly? Oh dear. Oh
gosh,
we've just missed this crash. Oh, hang on. This is a disaster. Oh dear. Oh, that's a cracker.
Oh God, those boys don't look happy.
We're in the car or behind?
It was the boys in the red car that have been hit by somebody else, I think.
But they presumably were trying to get into the beach or something. Don't know. Oh dear. Anyway, it's going well today. Oh.
Hold on to your wigs.
Well, it's a lovely drive.
The campsite down there.
Let's go camping, just top it off. So we're just looking on the Google map here and we passed an avenue du débarquement, which I think is landings, isn't it?
Yes.
And of course this is where the Allies landed. It's often not reported. I mean, it's known of down here, but it was an incredible landing. It involved tens of thousands of troops. But check it out because there's incredible stories of the landings that occurred here. So this is Saint-Maxime, and this is where you're hoping to charge.
Yeah, there's a charger in this square. It's over there. I can see a Tesla and I can see a white car there. So it's in this car park.
3 or 4 occupy. Jesus, fabulous. Short break while we find more chargers. Oh, is this man going to come and save us? He's getting in his Renault. Yes, that is a result.
In his new Renault 5, is he? Wait. Is he unplugging?
He's unplugging. I want to get in prime position. Don't want anybody snaffling it.
He's unplugged.
He's unplugged. An electric Renault 5 driver. How has he got one?
Maybe he's
a garagiste.
He's a garagiste. You have to have special pumps to have that kind of car.
Yellow pumps.
Do you think he ordered the yellow car but it didn't come in time?
Oh, and there's a 2-prong.
There's a 2-prong.
Oh, thank goodness, not having to plug that adapter in. No, Trees, no, we're not getting out, not yet. You'll be getting out in a tick. It's gone red. 34 to a full charge.
So it worked with ChargeMap, not Azivia as stated on the app.
Anyway, let's get to a sandwich while Elton gets the top up and then we'll go on the Mimosa trail.
Yippee!
This is the kind of charging setup you need, Mr. Boo.
This is wild.
A socket for all seasons. There's rather a nice chocolatier over here. The only thing that's going to do as a sandwich though, it's cakes. Oh, they look gorgeous, don't they? Yum, yum. Oh yes, they've got a casino here, Mr. Boo, still. And an electric Mahari over here. We quite fancied one of these. We saw one cheap online, but then we discovered, and I don't know if it's true, that they're very hard to get parts for. I am sure some of our lovely viewers will tell us. And look, just here, lovely sandy beaches. That's what you get. The further down the coast you go, the pebbles of Nice disappear, don't they, Mr. Boo?
They do, and the sands appear.
And suddenly the sands of time are here. They're so posh in Saint-Maxime, look, they rake their sand. Eh?
That's posh.
That's well posh, that raked sand. Fabulous. Winter sky. I just think this little bit, this strip on the front at Saint-Maxime is rather elegant. Lots of lovely little restaurants and cafes. And even on a cloudy day like today, there are people in them. But it's got a bit of something. And Pétanque lost none of its appeal in Saint-Maxime. Look at this. There's tons of people playing. There's even a stand, a grandstand over there. Look at that. Wowza. And here's proof, look, of le débarquement à Saint-Maxime. For several months, the Germans have been preparing for the arrival of the Allies by sea. On the 15th in Saint-Maxime in the Delta sector, the 45th American Infantry Division landed around 8 a.m. on the beaches of La Garonette and La Natelle, and Saint-Maxime was liberated within hours. Years and years ago, we ate here, didn't we?
No, we ate at this one.
Oh, we ate at this one, that's it, this corner, yeah, we did. Yeah, Maison Bianca. Very nice corner to eat here, on the front in Saint-Maxime.
Plat du jour, rôti de bœuf,
yeah.
14 euros.
14 euros, £12. Not bad. And I don't know whether you call this an old town. I think you probably would, wouldn't you? It's certainly the older bit of Saint-Maxime, because the bit where we were charging the car was definitely New Town. But this is much more the old town. Very nice, actually. And there's the Boulangerie. With pastry peasant people. We don't want one of them for lunch, but they are good. We saw these in Imperia. They're following us. Oh, these are different. These are sort of like platters. Celebratory Christmas platters. Aren't they fantastic? They're like the things you do for Harvest Festival in Britain a bit, aren't they? Or the bakers used to do in days of yore.
On va prendre un sandwich jambon blanc et peut-être une bagna.
Il y a bagna au poulet ou bagna au thon?
Bagna au thon.
Pour les tickets,
Non,
ça,
Merci.
Bon après-midi.
Maybe we can find a seat up here, like two old codgers, Mr. Boo, and have our sandwiches, rather than sit in that car park watching charging.
I can see a seat.
And a watch car never charges. Top tip. Oh, a seat opposite the town hall, stone's throw from the cemetery. What more do you want? Look at that classic French fromage, jambon, butter and bread now. All depends on the bread and my teeth.
No.
Naughty. Right, Mr. Boo, let's get back to Elton and head to the Mimosa Trail.
Yippee!
Look, Mr. Boo, it's foreshadowing this, it's mimosas.
It's mimosas!
Ah oui, parce que moi j'ai du mal à la garer, à la brancher comme ça.
Si, on met une
Ah,
rallonge.
vous avez mis une rallonge, mais je suis bête moi. Tout simplement.
So who was that lady, Mr. Boo?
That lady came up to me and said, I was just playing ball and I noticed your car and I've seen you on the YouTubes.
Happens a lot, but not usually French people.
Said, you're from 06 from Nice, aren't you? I said, yes. She says, oh yes, I've seen you on my phone. We're in the same Citroen and Me Facebook group.
Oh,
And
she's got one.
she's got one. And she said, how do you do with your charging when it's cold? Because when it's cold, my cable gets too hard.
I've never had that.
No, and I said, oh, it's because we use an extension. And she said, oh, I am daft.
That's it. You see, they tell you not to use an extension, but everybody does. We've never had a problem. Seen many mimosas yet, Mr. Boo? I think we're a bit early. Oh, the one was out in Saint-Maxime, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But this is part of the mimosa room. There's a vineyard on either side.
It's the domaine Tropez.
We're getting closer to vineyard territory, really. I mean, there's some vineyards in Nice, but really not many. But when this is all out, it's meant to be amazing. If I find any footage, I'll put some up.
And just like that, we were back on the coast. So the islands out there,
Yeah.
I think is the Ile du Levant.
Oh, well, what's that?
I think it's where they have no cars. There's a
Oh.
ferry and there's no cars.
Oh, I'm not going there.
And there's, well, you know what I'm going to say. I think there's a naturist beach. I think there's a gay beach there. Do you remember we met some subscribers that go on holiday there?
I've never been to a nudist beach in my life. It's you who does these things and tells me about them. In fact, you never stop talking about it. That's the trouble. I do remember meeting subscribers who said they were going there, yes. They said it was marvellous. Even the butcher was naked, wasn't he? I think so.
You wouldn't want to get blood on you. Oh, mimosa!
Mimosa. Fanny Morgan played the organ and she played it very well. But her sister had a blister in the middle of a Fanny Morgan. That one.
Yeah.
The great songs of my youth, that. Ernie and his milk cart. Oh, it's a different era. Simpler pleasures.
Have a new Sacha Distel.
Really?
Yeah?
It says Boulevard Desiccation on there. Are you making it up?
No.
Why is it Sacha Distel? Did he live here?
I don't know, maybe. That's a nice house.
Sacha Distel, he were massive, wasn't he? The
No, he was
70s.
tiny.
He was always on Morecambe and Wise and Cannonball. Sacha. I think he had spangly trousers. Maybe I mix him up with Neil Diamond.
Not Neil Diamond. Although Neil sang with Barbara as well. Well, Sacha Distel, wasn't he in Funny Girl?
No idea.
We're coming up to Avenue Sir Henry Royce.
Oh, as in Rolls Royce.
I think so, yeah.
Could well be. Could well be. Or it might have been Royce Rolls from Corrie.
Oh, maybe. We love Roy. And then it's in that car park there.
It's very flat. It looks like a spaceship. It's like Elon Musk going to go up to space with the Donald on it. I'm hoping there's a two-prong because I don't want to get stuck here. I'm not spending the night next to this toilet. Oh, there's a roof. Got a green light. Wouldn't it be great if the whole of Europe had the same charger instead of these million different types? I mean, it's insane. Competing types. Don't seem to be getting anywhere. Oh dear. What do you think, Twigs? What do you think to this electric lark? Do you think it's working? Do you think the infrastructure's good enough? Or do you think it's all a bit crazy? The multiple systems. I think you're right. It's a bit crazy. Isn't she pushing it in?
I just can't work out whether it opens that way or opens that way.
Does it open down from top? At the last minute, Mr. Boo is saved. I was about to set off, I'd give it up. So that's 4 to a
You
full
on?
charge. Right, farewell charger, it's been lovely. Lovely knowing you with your funny flaps on. I'm going the wrong way out of the car park, but life's too short to worry. And let's see if we can make it to the hotel before dark. Home before dark. So we're 2 kilometres away from Hotel number 2.
Adults only.
Oh, yeah. Hope I'm not kept up all night, Mr. Boo. Flip-flops in the door and the like.
Oh my.
We made it with 0.9 kilometres in the tank, the battery warning sign. We have limped in. Would you believe Mr. Boo is struggling with his 3rd charge of the day with Charge Pass? Still nothing. I want to check out the Espace Zen where the jacuzzi is. It's a nice pool, but it's got a sheet over it. It's winter, but the jacuzzi never sleeps. Apparently. Nice little relaxation areas. What more do you want? Oh, I finally found the actual Espace Zen and walked into the bush. Look, lovely. Jacuzzi and sauna. And a little shower area. Fabulous. We're doing the power turning on and off again.
There's a jacuzzi.
Is it open? Yeah.
It's just come and let me know and I'll turn it on.
Oh, fabulous. I have to say, it's very nicely looked after in the main bit, isn't it? Where is this house? Are we in number 10 Downing Street?
Number 10.
Oh, it's the love room right behind the reception. Oh, look, it's got a heart-shaped bed that rotates.
This terrace is reserved for...
We're the occupants of number 10. This is our private terrace. It's nice. It's got charm. Oh. Well, there you go. And look at this. Adults only, you get more coat hangers. Chatter guys will be very pleased. 3, 6, 8. 8 and biscuits on the sheets. And some towels, but they're not made into the shape of swans like they do in Egypt, which I like.
Not quite.
And a big mirror to in front of the bed.
That's good. In case you want to blow dry your hair.
And then up these little steps into the bathroom. And a very nice big shower. Very nice. And a heated towel thing up there. Yeah, and extractor fan. Oh, very nice. And very charming, I'd say. Very charming. I'm going to have a jacuzzi. I'm going to end this episode in a little safety deposit box. Well, there you go. It's, I think this is fun. And I mean, a jacuzzi on a Saturday night in January. What's not to like? We went up into the old town trying to find some food, but it was all shuttered up, and there's not a great deal happening down here. And there's suddenly this incredible wind got up, isn't there, Mr. Boo?
It's rather. Must be the bubbles from the jacuzzi.
So, you must have had some more than some bubbles. Yes, I don't quite know where we're going to find any food. We're trying to avoid pizza in the room again, but the price you pay for travelling in January. No, I don't want another takeaway pizza, I'll die. This looks like a bar, PMU. Yeah, definitely, that's not a food place, is it? No. So, I think it is this very camp-looking place at the top. It looks like it might do food. It doesn't have any customers. It's never a great sign, but then nowhere else has got customers. It's got somebody's legs. Lapan. Earth. Oh no, these are the things that you might be allergic to. What? The tie's closed. So that's it. There is no food at this town. This wind is turning into a howling gale. There won't be much mimosa left on that tree where we're going. But it's a bit busy in summer. So the only open place in town is this, the Sun Show, which sounds a bit like something you'd find in Pattaya, don't you think? Next to the ping pong show. And what have you got, Mr. Boo?
I'm having a house burger with whiskey flambe.
Whiskey flambe? Looks lovely, actually.
It smells nice.
Very nice. And I have gone for a very unusual thing because it's what I fancied. I've gone for fish soup with all the traditional bits, the roux, hopefully some garlic to rub on it here, and some chips. What's wrong with that? Well, what was it called?
The Sun Show, of course.
The Sun Show. I have to say, the staff were really nice. The server was very nice. My fish soup was lovely. It was just what I fancied, and some chips. I mean, there's not a great deal to say. It was perfectly pleasant and nothing to put you off. Mr. Boo?
My burger was cold. It was cooked perfectly, but it was like the meat was from the fridge, the coldest part of the fridge, and so it was icy
Oh, you
inside,
thought it
but
was
not
that?
frozen.
No.
Just cold.
Just cold.
So I had sent it back, and then I don't know whether it was microwaved or not, but it was not wonderful. And he said, was this better the second time? And I said, no.
But they were very nice. I wouldn't want to do down them. I think it's probably somewhere a lot of people go here. You know what I mean? And it is a really bizarre night. It's this howling wind has now dropped. And it is the only restaurant in town in mid-January. So anyway, there you go. We're going to get back and roll down the hill to our adults only hotel, because I want to know what happens in an adults only hotel on a Saturday night in Bormes de la Mimosa. Boom. Sounds more like boom. Anyway, we'll find out, won't we? Things that go bump in the night. It's raining, Mr. Boo. We're just about to get into the jacuzzi and it's raining. Oh, Mr. Boo, I've got bubbles. Bubbles in my shorts. I feel all inflated. I feel like Michelin Man.
Nice.
Playing havoc with me Bernard Miles. It's been a long time since I've been in a jacuzzi in the rain in January in Bormes de la Mimosa. Is that what we are?
Yeah, in an adults only hotel.
I don't think it's that kind of hotel, Mr. Boo. It's just no children.
Oh, and red lights.
Get in there quick, Mr. Boo. It's freezing. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please give us a like, please give us a comment, please think about buying us a coffee. It really helps support adult only hotels. But most of all, folks, remember, on this day of all days, stay charged.
Bye.